Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breech coming to you. I want to tell you about the wrestling DVD news tournament that is going on right now. The tournament is a very, very cool idea. They're trying to name what is the greatest WWE DVD of all time. And last week, I wanted to sit down and I wanted to make a video where I played out the tournament, much like you sit down to fill out your NCAA brackets. And I wanted to find out what I thought was the greatest WWE DVD of all time. I wanted to sit down right here to make this video in order to help you guys know to go over to the website and vote. WrestlingDVDnews.com. I'm going to act out the tournament right now as if I'm sitting here at the table and I'm marking stuff down on there. If you don't like my opinion, go vote. You can go over there and cancel my vote out by going over there and voting for yourself. But basically, I feel very lucky that I was able to say that I owned every WWE DVD that was inside of this tournament. So we're going to show them off, and I'm going to show you the tournament. I'm going to have these guys fight. First round match, or the second round. You've already missed the first round. Head on over there. Maybe a good DVD that you already saw got eliminated. Maybe you can make sure that the DVD that beat it loses. I don't know. But here we go. Yeah, I'm going to show you the DVDs like this. Tell you the pros, tell you the cons, and I'm going to pick each one, and then we'll nominate who I think is the greatest WWE DVD of all time. You don't like it? Go vote. Go make a video of your own. I'll check it out. But let's see. In the first round, Raw 20th Anniversary, this beat out Monday Night Wars. Honestly, that's something that I wish I would have head on over there to vote for. I would have voted for the Monday Night Wars DVD. Monday Night Wars DVD isn't great, but in my opinion, this is awesome to have 20 episodes of Monday Night Raw in my hand from throughout the years, the 20 years that Raw has been on the air. But you have to sit through a lot of matches that you don't care about. Yes, we own 1,000 Best of Raw DVDs, but some of this stuff didn't need to be put on DVD. Could have been left out there for the masses. Goes up against Hardcore Edition's Mick Foley, the greatest hits and misses. This is the hardcore. Well, they don't. I guess it does say the Hardcore Edition on there, but not everybody has the Hardcore Edition. Hardcore Edition came out in 2007-ish, I'm guessing. They added a bonus disc. The hardcore disc added Mick Foley versus Randy Orton, Mick Foley versus Edge, Mick Foley and Edge against Terry Funk and Tommy Dreamer, Mick Foley and Ric Flair from SummerSlam of 06. Honestly, this DVD has never been one of my favorites. I did like that they added in the bonus disc on there to give you some more. I didn't really give this the best approval, but I'm going to give Raw 20th Anniversary, I'm going to give that a nod to go into the Great 8 of the tournament. It moves on to the next round. In the next one, we had The True Story of WrestleMania, which beat out WCW Volume 2, one of the worst ones of all time. I would have voted for this. This is one of the DVDs that I put in the top 10 DVDs of all time. Going up against another DVD that I put in the top 10 DVDs of all time. You can go back and check that video out. I made it about a year ago. This one beat Viva La Raza, the Eddie Guerrero story. I honestly would have voted for this, and I would have voted for this. Would have crushed them. But putting these two up against there, this is an awesome, awesome documentary telling about the true story of WrestleMania. This right here telling the story of Edge. One of the best things about this DVD that I give it to is that it's done after a guy's DVD, or after his career is over and done with. Edge will probably still pop up once a year, twice a year, involved in some sort of thing on Monday Night Raw, but it's probably not really going to affect anything about his career. It's over and done with. This came out before, I believe, WrestleMania 27. I was so fired up after seeing this. This pumped me up just even more to go to WrestleMania and have the most awesome time that I ever could have. I watched this documentary a lot, but this one is his whole career. This, no 28, no 29, no 30 coming up. So a little bit of this gets lost. Plus they have the WrestleMania rewinds on the WWE Network. So for that reason, The True Story of Edge moves on to the next round. Going on to the next one, we have Shawn Michaels, which beat out the War Games DVD. This is, of course, Heartbreak and Triumph. Awesome documentary. Going up against ECW One Night Stand 2005, which beat out the Mr. Perfect DVD. This awesome documentary, awesome set of matches. The one knock against Shawn Michaels is he doesn't really have an elite set DVD. all of them just have a whole bunch of matches thrown on there. He never really has, any saying in what goes on there. And you can, like, say, like, well, this DVD has a whole bunch of good matches. This one has some other ones. But all of them have these matches that, like, why does he want to be remembered for that? It doesn't really make sense that it's on there. This is a dream come true. ECW, we never thought was going to be reborn. This was an idea that Rob Van Dam went to Vince McMahon with, and all of a sudden, it's just born. And, the last 10 minutes of this show will give you chills. You have the ECW guys standing off against the WWE. I forgot what the group was called, but it was led by Kurt Angle, Edge, Eric Bischoff, and, shoot. These are really good. I love Shawn Michaels. This is the only documentary he has. He really needs to get another one done because basically this came out 2007. He wrestled for 3 more years after this. There's a lot left off. The Undertaker saga wasn't covered in this. So ECW One Night Stand 2005 is going to get my nod to go on into the next round. From the next one, we had Clash of the Champions, WCW. Great Blu-ray beat out Best of the Ladder Match Volume 2, going up against WrestleMania 17, which beat out the Chris Jericho DVD. That honestly really surprised me. This is probably thought of as one of the best WrestleManias of all time. I just recently put up a list of my top 5 WrestleManias. This made the list, not number 1. So I'm sort of surprised that it was the only WrestleMania that got named into the set. This one, a lot of good matches. I honestly haven't finished this. I've only watched disc 1 of the Blu-ray. Lots of good classic matches from back in the day. Ric Flair vs. Sting from the first Clash of the Champions. First one on there, a good 30-minute match. The brother from the Wonder Years is out there as the guest timekeeper. He's having the time of his life. He got paid to make an appearance here. You could have charged him for his seat and he would have paid for it. Shoot, this is tough. Because I honestly have to say I haven't finished this. Watch this one every once in a while. I'm going to give WrestleMania 17. I'm going to give it the nod just for the Limp Bizkit video. That's the only reason why they're moving on. Moving over to the other side of the tournament, we have, the rise and fall of ECW going up against the Stone Cold Steve Austin story. This is like a 2.5-hour documentary. If I'm off by a little bit, I'm off by a little bit. But it feels like when you put this on, it goes on forever. You learn something every time. Tons of cool footage. Tons of cool interviews. Only knock I have against this is it doesn't have everybody from ECW. They went out and they got a lot of guys that were outside of the company to appear on the One Night Stand. They didn't do it for this. It came out too early. But without this, we never would have got a One Night Stand. This DVD sort of was like let's throw it out there and see what people think about it. And it was one of the biggest sellers they've ever had. But Stone Cold Steve Austin. Awesome DVD. Came out at the right time when his career was over. He's going to come back someday. I know he hasn't made an appearance in God knows how forever. But anything he does really isn't going to affect anything that happens on his whole career. His whole Hall of Fame career, from him wrestling in the Indies and getting his first call-up to the territories and everything like that, all right on here. This is a tough one. Honestly, if I had to watch one of these tonight, I'd go with the Rise and Fall of ECW. So I'm going to give that one a nod. I'm going to say the one thing that really counts against that, though, is that the guys that were in TNA and a few of the holdouts that just WWE didn't want to sign at the time didn't get to appear on the documentary. There's 3 really good ECW documentaries out there. There's this one. There's the oh shoot, I don't put my DVDs over there anymore. I can't think of the names up on the top of my head, but they're really good. This might be the best because of its editing and the way it's packaged up and the way it looks. But the thing that I hate about it is the one Jeremy Borash did has the guys like Raven, Sabu, a few of the guys that didn't get the call up from ECW right when they went over there. In the next round, we got the CM Punk Blu-ray going up against the Attitude Era Blu-ray. I am honestly going to say, Attitude Era, people loved this. I'm sure it was a huge seller. It wasn't the biggest, hit with me. I liked seeing all the matches over one more time. Documentary, to me, honestly, was too short. They could have done a ton more stuff. CM Punk, one of the best ones they've ever done. Easy. Moving him on to the next round. In the next one, we have the the Macho Man, Randy Savage, in the Ultimate Collection, going up against Triple H. This one, Macho Man didn't appear in, didn't do anything. Just it's Maria and I believe Matt Stryker host this. I don't know. I love this. You put in disc 2, it covers almost the whole of the set of the Mega Powers. You have this. You have the Saturday night's main event. That's all you need. You can kick back and you can watch the best of the Mega Powers all night long. Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage is the team to the point where they break up at WrestleMania 5. Triple H. Really, really good documentary. Honestly, really sort of let me down, though, at the same time. But the thing is, I'm such a big Triple H fan. I've called him my favorite wrestler 1,000 times over. But the one thing is, I knew so much about him, this documentary didn't give me a whole lot to go off of. So, I'm going to give it to Triple H, the Macho Man. You know, rest in peace, you were the man. And then the last one of the second round is going to be the Bret Hart, Best There Is, Best There Was, Best There Ever Will Be, which beat the Rise and Fall of WCW, going up against the Greatest Rivalries, which beat the newer release of WWE 50. I honestly would have given WWE 50 a win out of the first round. I thought this was a little bit of an upset. Really good documentary to see these guys sit down and speak over their historic career. But the one thing is, we already saw them hug. We already saw them shake hands in 2010. This DVD took too long. With the 2012 release, I believe it was. To me, it just, we needed this hot and fresh. Maybe they should have shot this, filmed it, packaged it. You know, basically, they should have done it the week that Bret came back. This should have been released around the time of WrestleMania 26, in my opinion. That's just me. Out of these two, I'm going to give the nod to Bret the Hitman Hart, Best There Is, Best There Was, Best There Will Be. His return to the WWE, I guess you can say, with him coming in, doing the documentary, and Vince letting him actually pick the best matches that were on there. So these are the winner piles. We're going to roll these over, and we're going to go in to pick our final 4 of, no, we're in the grade 8. Yeah, so we are going to go down to the final 4. In the first matchup, I got the Raw 20th anniversary going up against the True Story of Edge. Too many jobber matches here. I know there's a ton of stuff. Look how thick that set is. Good God, that's awesome. True Story of Edge is going to move on to the next one. Our next matchup is going to put up WrestleMania 17 going up against ECW One Night Stand 2005. There's a lot of good stuff on here. I think the matches on WrestleMania 17 are better than 2005, but you're not going to get the feeling of watching something special when you watch WrestleMania 17. This has got 3 matches I can think of off the top of my head that I want to watch right now. This one, I don't really think of any of the matches that I want to watch that really, really stand out. So I'm going to give WrestleMania 17 a nod into the next round. Here we have Rise and Fall of ECW going up against the CM Punk documentary. I'm going to give the CM Punk documentary the nod. Just think that the matches is what puts it over on the CM Punk one. And in the finals, I got Bret the Hitman Hart, Best There Is, Best There Ever Will Be, going up against the Triple H set that came out. I'm going to give the nod to Triple H. I probably want to watch the Triple H matches before I watch the Bret Hart matches. Then we have our final 4. I have the True Story of Edge, WrestleMania 17, CM Punk, and Triple H. Only 2 of these DVDs, I believe, were in the top 10 DVDs that I named the other day. True Story of Edge going up against WrestleMania 17. I'm going to give it to the True Story of Edge just because, this the Edge match is going to have, or the Edge DVD is going to have the TLC 2 match. And I think it's got stuff that can compare against Rock and Stone Cold and Shane versus Vince. That's really surprising me that that's moving in there. And in the finals, it's going to be CM Punk going up against Triple H. And I'm going to give the nod to the CM Punk DVD as that is going into the finals. CM Punk versus Edge. I'm going to give it to Edge. Edge is the one that won the March Mania tournament for me. This is really surprising. When I look at Edge, I never really think of him as one of my favorite wrestlers, but when it comes down to it, I love a lot of his matches. I love his documentary. I love his set. So I'm proud to announce my winner of the March Mania, greatest WWE DVD of all time, The True Story of Edge. Peace out, everybody.